Welcome everybody. Welcome everyone. This is a new lecture in entrepreneurship, and here we will resume working on the file of the entrepreneurship. We have more topics to talk about, and here we go. One of the most important things you must know about the entrepreneurship: what are the factors that are affecting? What are the factors or the determinants which affect the entrepreneurship? The first thing is the economic environment, the political environment, like you can see here, the political environment also as well, the legal environment, the technological environment, socio-cultural factors or socio-cultural environment. Those are, and also the individual itself. The individual himself also one of the reasons for the effect on the entrepreneurship. What about the business plan? Always the business plan include many points. It includes always the introductory page where you write the name, the address of the venture, name and the address of the principals, name, nature of business, statement of financing needed, statement of confidentiality report. These are the components of the business plan. The first thing, introductory page. Secondly, executive summary, which includes future outlook and trends, analysis of competitors. It's around the market segmentation. The word segmentation means that you divide the market into parts and you will do 4 PS or 4 product mix, product, price, place, 4 marketing mix, product, price, place, promotion for each part of the market. Industry forecasts also. So this is all about what is around the business. Descriptive of venture, like the products or the service, the size of the business, office equipments and personal backgrounds of entrepreneur. The production plan was how you plan the manufacturing process, physical plants, machinery and equipments, name of suppliers of raw materials. The marketing plan, like the pricing, distribution, the promotion, the product forecast, because I have to forecast also said that the entrepreneur must have fully aware about the environment around him. Organizational plan also, how things will be, the forms of ownership. Is it the sole proprietor or a partner or a corporation? Identification of partners of principals, shareholders, authority of principals, management team background, rules of responsibilities. All these comes also into the organization plan. Also must be assessment of risks, like evaluation the weakness of a business and the new technology and the contingency plans. There must be a financial plan, like from pro forma, income plan. Pro forma, like you do it in advance, how your income will be. Cash flows, how the cash flows. You are imagining the future, like pro forma balance sheet, break-even analysis, and the break-even analysis we said before, it's the point where the total revenues will equal the total cost. So in this point, in the break-even point, there are no profits, no losses. Sources and application of funds as well. Also appendices like resume of principals, letters, market research data, leases or contracts, price lists for suppliers, and facilities layout, or how the products will be. The figure of the facility layout, draft marketing, structure of e-marketing as well, if you have e-marketing and if you are using the digital marketing. There are 4 independent factors critical to every new venture and should be highlighted here. First thing, the people who are working on the product. To the limit that someone said, I invested in people, not in ideas. The 3 main questions needed to be answered in every business plan. What do you know about business? Whom do you know? The customers. Do you know the customers very well? Do you know the customers' needs? How well are they known? the repetition, like the good name, whatever. Second thing is needed to know when you do a business plan is the first thing, the people. The second thing, the opportunity. The opportunity means it's attracting or charming or something that will be not only for a small period of time, but it's long lasting. It must be attractive, long lasting. A profile of business itself, what it will sell and to whom, whether the business can grow and how fast. Is it something, a booming industry or no? A good business plan begins by focusing on two aspects of opportunities. In the total market for the ventures product large, rapidly growing, is the first thing. So I could focus on that. In the industry now, or can it become structurally attractive in the future? Those are the two things which I have to focus when we are doing the business plan. Pricing is another issue. How will be your prices? Will you use the make-up pricing, or you will add a profit margin into the total costs, or how you will price, how you put your pricing? The context also, and the risk and the rewards. Context and the risk and the rewards. Okay. These are the topics which you care about when you work on the plan. Characteristics and guiding factors for successful entrepreneur. So the urge of achievement, most often monetary ambitious. This ambition means that he is always looking forward for his better. Willingness to take moderate risk. He must have a desire to take the risk. Self-confidence. He must have self-confidence. Ability to identify and exploit opportunities. Analytical ability to take strategic decisions. Perseverance. Determination to win. High organizational ability. Who has some financial strength also. Has also ability to work hard. Has desire for responsibility. Win-win personality. He's a person of win-win. He doesn't like to lose. Flexible, very flexible. He can change his mind. If you say something is wrong, you can change it. Capacity to plan and organize. Preparedness to undergo physical and emotional stress. Positive self-concept, future orientation, and ethics and values is missions. He considered the ethics. He considered the social responsibility. He think about the corporate social responsibility as well. So you must have clear objectives, have human source abilities, have communication abilities, have technological skills, have high energy levels, have motivator, a high level of motivations, has self-confidence, he must be a problem solver, and he must be a goal setter. What will help in the growth of the entrepreneurship? What can help? What things can help that you grow faster? That you grow faster in the entrepreneurship. Actually, there are a lot of factors. The infrastructure facilities, the financial assistance, the protective and promotional government policies the government is sending, is supporting or no, growth of education level. Education is very important also for the success, because education means that he is a good manager, and a good manager means that he will succeed in his work. Risk-taking attitudes, how far he takes the risk, he's avoiding risk avoidance, or he's a risk handler. Hunger for success, a person who's hungry for success will be always a successful entrepreneur as well. Environment, the cultural impact, social security, technical industrial training facilities, how far the work is done based on skills, based on training and so on. The globalization said that the world became like a small village. So you are thinking locally or globally about your business itself. Are you thinking locally only, or thinking to expand globally? Economic growth rate in the country itself, If the country also, this will affect the business and the entrepreneur. If the country is working in conditions of, as example, recession or inflation or mild situation, it depends also. So the entrepreneurship depends also on the economic growth and the economic growth. General business environment also affect like the environment around me, and we talked in the model before. We said we have a lot of things that affect the entrepreneur. Shall I stop here right now and go for some questions and say from the part which we had here before, shall go for some questioning regarding this part. And actually, we passed some part very nice things we have to talk about. And I will put some questions about the factors, the model which we saw just now, about also which affect the work of the sole proprietorship. So this is the model. If I tell you factors influencing partnership like this, and I say, what are the factors that are including, what are the factors? Stop here and say this question first. What are the factors? And here, factors influencing upon, here we go. What are the factors influencing the entrepreneurship? And here is the first question today we talk about. And also the second question we had about the business plan, about the entrepreneurship plan. What are the components of any entrepreneurship plan? What are the components of the business plan? Here it is also. This is the second question we will answer today. What are the CTMP components or the factors components of a business plan? And we actually cover this part. We actually cover this part here. Let's go for this part, and we covered already. What are the components of a business plan? So those are two questions are very important to answer right now. Shall we say here around 5 minutes to get your answer about these points before we move into another category and another point of view. Shall see here around 5 minutes, then we will go to the next point. So we talk about in this part about what are the factors influencing entrepreneurship, And what are the components of a business plan? And we said also some characteristics of the entrepreneur. What are the characteristics? Like he must be a risk taker, he must be fully aware of the environment around him, he must handle the problem solver, and he must be ambitious, and he must be uh, having objective judging. He must know the external environment around him very well. Shall leave you and go to the next video. Thank you so much.